Hi, and welcome back to one of my beer reviews. I realize it's been a while. My now former company is undergoing a transition to India. What that means for those that aren't informed is that the company wants to move as many services as possible to India. Mainly just overnight shift for now, but probably the rest. So while I was busy involved with that, and trust me, it is very busy when you're trying to get transition plan in place, they need to know this by this date, etc. I was also job hunting, and lo and behold, I got a new job. I am now a system and network administrator for a company known as GenieKnows.com. I won't go into too much more detail than that. I'm on my 3-month probation, so I don't really want to talk badly about my previous employer or let on who they were yet. And as for my current employer, feel free to check them out. They have some great search options. And, this might be the next Google in a few years. But it has been quite a while, and it's been quite a busy time. So that's why I just suddenly upped and disappeared. Apologies. But I'm back. Hopefully we'll do this a little more regularly. It depends on, as always, finances, etc. So, since I'm back, I'm going to finish off a list I did a long time ago of beers I was going to be drinking. So this is the last one on the list, and a favorite of many people on here, Innis and Gunn. This is an oak-aged beer. It says so right on the bottle. It is made in Scotland, is my understanding. So my understanding is they take the oak barrels that they use to make whiskey in, and then they reuse them in order to make this beer. So it imparts a very unique flavor. Now, I also know that a lot of people describe this beer to have a whiskey flavor, and I'll get into that when I taste it, but there's a reason I want to bring this up now while I come back to it. Not much else here. Brewed in Edinburgh. It's been matured for apparently 77 days prior to release. Now, I forget why that is. I know a few of the other reviewers would know this, and this reminds me to shout out El Harlock, Chad, JJ Rudy, Joe D, Twirup, DeSalts, Dennis LD, here for the beer. I think I got everybody. My apologies if I didn't. I am actually still following you guys. Sorry, I'm still especially following here for the beer. That's the newest one. I'm having a lot of fun with those videos. Sorry that I haven't really commented or done anything from there. And, oh yes, Video Beer Reviewer. Wonder if he's been using his green egg. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. I will post links to all these guys if you're new to them. They are very, very good. Two Guys on Beer actually has a lot more information on these guys as well. So, since I'm rambling and I can only do this for about 10 minutes, let's just pop her open. For a glass today, I'm just going to use one of my old Rickard's glasses. So let's get the pour in. A reminder to people, I am by no means an expert pourer. I try, but I am a little concerned that they always do clear bottles, but my concern has rapidly gone away. This has become a favorite of mine. I always try to pick up a few bottles when I go out. It's about $3 around here for a bottle, if not a little more. Well, here it is on the camera. I'm not sure how it looks, but to me it looks like a very dark amber, almost an orange color. A lot of carbonation going on. The head is very soapy and not much to speak of. I have yet to see anybody actually pour a decent head with this beer. I don't know why. Could be all that we are all just terrible pourers, but in our case, smell. There's a very strong, I want to say like an alcohol taste, right? An alcohol smell to it. It's not overpowering the other smells though. I think I get the oak. I'm also think I'm getting like a grainy smell. Hard to describe. On to cheers. Cheers, folks. This is a good beer. The mouthfeel is, I find, a little dry. It's certainly not a heavy beer. It's well, it's more or less a lager, but still, I know a few people probably want to throw something at me, but it's more or less a lager. The mouthfeel is, I get a very dry mouthfeel initially, but it doesn't have a dry aftertaste. As to the flavor, this is why I mentioned it before. A lot of people find this has a Scotch or whiskey flavor. I think it's there. I think it's in underneath. I don't think it's the predominant flavor. The predominant flavor to me is actually more of a hazelnut coffee flavor, which I know a lot of people are going to go, what the hell? But, you know, trust me on this. Go get a hazelnut coffee. Even if you hate flavored coffees, go get one, take a sip, then go buy this beer, take a sip of this. Very similar taste, and I think that's the predominant taste. Below that is some whiskey tastes, which again I think is inherited from the barrels. So this to me is an extremely good, very, very versatile and very good beer. Innis and Gunn Oak Aged Beer. I'm going to rate this pretty high. I'm doing 9 out of 10, folks. Pick it up, you'll not be disappointed. Have a good weekend, all.